And we are back to the channel where we talk about everything US markets, US headlines, and we make it fun and entertaining. So the markets don't have to be boring and they can be educational. This is an educational channel where we go through all the headlines in the US. For example, we go through a lot of CNBC, we go through a lot of Yahoo, all the headlines that are making the news that you might have questions about. And then later on, we go into some of the ticker symbols of the companies in the headlines, and we'll talk about some of the chart patterns, some of the indicators, some of the revenues, the profits, and some of the earnings reports and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll bring you some of the things that might be affecting you. That way, why would you want to watch this stream? Why would you be on here? Well, because that way it'll save you time, because that way you don't have to spend your time going through all the headlines, because we've already given you many of them. So having said that, my name is James. I'm from the US, from the Midwest, and there's not a whole lot going on in the Midwest, or there wasn't, except for farming and sports, and I wasn't very good at either of those, but I did have affinity for the numbers. And with my affinity for the numbers, I got into engineering, and with engineering, I got curious about the markets, charts, graphs, numbers, et cetera, looking for different patterns and things. And I was very curious about it, and so I had a natural affinity for, especially for the tech sectors and some of the healthcare sectors and stuff like that. And back then it wasn't just everything was at a click of your button. Nowadays you just click your mouse and it's all good, right? But back then it took a lot more effort, a lot more time to actually look up the information. And so if you're new to this channel, welcome. Again, my name is James. I'm from the Midwest. Again, we're going to talk about all the news, the headlines and stuff. If you have some kind of a news headline that you want to talk about, or if there's a ticker symbol that you want to ask about, feel free to just drop it in the comments and say hello. Again, this is just a community of like-minded people sharing some of their thoughts and ideas. And yeah, we try to keep it positive. And yeah, there's no such thing as a dumb question. And also, for example, if you look at my homepage, there's a video there. You can look at the video. There's different things that we will be talking about. Some of them include Tesla, NVDA, Micron, Goldman Sachs, Amazon, and Cisco. And we'll be talking about what's going on right now with many of the tech stocks in the Mag 7. There's also some of the things with private equity we'll be talking about, a lot of that stuff. But yeah, if you have questions about that, feel free to drop those in the comments. Let's go ahead and get started here. Some of the main stories that we'll talk about will be, for example, right here, Oracle actually recently just laid off up to 30,000 people by email. We'll be talking about Oracle. We'll also be talking about oil right now. Oil just climbed higher. Where's the article on that one? Right here. As Mr. T reaffirms the deadline for bombarding Iran's power plants and bridges, so the oil climbed higher. We'll be talking about how that affects you and how that affects some of the companies. We'll also talk about how that affects some of the metals, like the precious metals, gold and silver. We'll also talk about how, right here, where's the article? I've got it. Where is it? JP Morgan. Yeah, no, it's right here. JP Morgan, where is it? JP Morgan actually just issued the Tesla warning for a possible 60% crash. We'll be talking about that. Where did I put that? Oh yeah, darn it, where did I put that? I have it here somewhere, one second. Yeah, right here. Sorry, it took me a moment to find it, but yeah, I got it. Yeah, why JP Morgan is issuing the warning about Tesla stock. And we'll also talk about, for example, we have a story about Broadcom as well as in the news, because they just signed a long-term deal with Google and having their custom AI chips. We've also got, this is an interesting one with bearings. Where is it? Right here. Hold on, where is it? AI, where's my bearings? Oh, one second. Anyway, there's an article here about Bearings. Bearings is a private equity fund that capped some of its withdrawals. Right now, there's a lot of anxiety in the market and they capped some of their withdrawals. Investors were wanting to take out 11.3%. Instead, they capped it at 5%. We'll talk about that as well, and that's Barron's. Also, we'll talk about Seleno Therapeutic because they're one of the big movers in the market. Probably on tip. Why is the QQQ dropping? And oil up last 20 minutes. Oh, 1 second here. And why is oil up the last 20 minutes? Let me check that. Oil, actually, oil is going up right now because I believe, again, I saw the headline about Trump reaffirming the deadline for bombarding Iran's power and plants and bridges. So oil is probably up because of that, probably on tilt. I got your message there. Anyway, there's that. We'll get into oil in just a minute here. And for example, if you want the updated oil price, right here, West Texas Intermediate right now, last update I got was 113.64. Brent crude 109.88. Yeah. And studying the BTG drying trend lines right here, I discovered DM and fish. I've started and the fish and the fucking price. Got it. Okay. DJ Desolidation 365. Thank you for the message. I can take a look at the BTC chart later on if you want as well. Let me know. But yeah. Okay. So again, this is the updated chart for oil right now. West Texas Intermediate's at 113.64. Brent crude is at 109.85. Like I said, we'll be looking at some of these as well. Some of the depressed tech valuations could offer entry point for some investors, according to Goldman Sachs. Where is that? I have 1 second right here. Yeah. Goldman Sachs has an update that says even though the tech stocks are down, this could offer an entry point for some people. Also, Apple right now, a little update about Apple. They have some setbacks, some engineering setbacks with their iPhone right now. That's an update with them. And also, if you're curious about Robinhood, or Robinhood just jumped in here with Bank New York Mellon, and they're gonna. Whether it's interesting to you or not, they're going to build the Mr. T account app. So we'll be taking a look at them as well. Lucas Rich, let's see, yes. Brian 67. Sorry, Mr. Message there. Brian 67. Hello, greetings. Welcome, Brian. Welcome to the channel. Let me know if there's a ticker that you want me to look at. Lucas Rich, Tesla, yes. Let's take a look at Tesla. Why not? All right. Yes, for those of you watching, if you have a ticker symbol that you want me to look at, just feel free to drop it in the comments. Say hello and welcome. Thank you for the likes. I do appreciate that. I'm not the algorithm engineer, but I do hear that it helps the channel. Okay, here's looking at Tesla right now. Again, just to introduce you to a couple things real fast before we move on. Right here, look at one of the indicators we'll talk a little bit about is the relative strength index, the RSI. Here's your over 70 overbought line. Here's your under 30 oversold line. Again, that's right there and right there. So again, these are just guides because they can go way overbought or way oversold before they actually come down or actually reverse and go back up, either before the market correct or before they rebound. So again, those are just guides. Now also, right now, if you're looking at Tesla, right here, the RSI is sitting right here at about 36, 37. And again, that's not oversold, but it's definitely out of the neutral zone. Dasher Dave, greetings, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate it. Hope you're getting value out of this. Only to a point, but I am seeing the movement. She breathed. I'm getting at J Ben trade, but I'm learning all I can. Yeah, trying to coach the breakouts across the field. Got it. Is that the fish? Let's see. Yes, I'm looking at Tesla on TradingView right now. Yeah. But yeah, you're starting to catch the breakouts. That's good, DJ. Good. That's good. Yeah. All right, so let's look right here. Dun dun dun. Is that the fish? This is, yeah. If you're watching from home and you're wondering where I am, this is on TradingView, and I'm looking at Tesla. Dun, dun, dun. And greetings. My day, Yugen. These glasses are the blue light glasses. They help filter out the blue light from the screens. They are not sunglasses. They're specifically for the blue light when you're looking at your phone or computer a lot. So yeah, they're actually pretty cool. Thank you very much. They help my eyes a lot, so I don't get eye soreness or headaches. Yes, very good. Thanks, Yugen. Anyway, looking at Tesla right here again. RSI, relative strength index, is 37 right now. And again, if you look at this, it's going down very, very slowly, but it is going down. Also, I'll introduce you to very quickly the MACD, moving average convergence divergence. So right here, the blue line, just to be brief, when the blue line crosses the red signal line going down, you're going to have a downward chart pattern right there. And when it crosses the blue signal line going up against the red signal line right there going up, you will have the price chart movement going up just like that. Again, that's a very simplistic explanation. It is a lot more complicated than that, but for right now, if you want more information on that, feel free to reach out, but just wanted to quickly introduce you to that. Now let's go on here. For example, right now, Tesla is sitting here at 348.40 right there, as you can see, and it is correcting. And again, I'll bring this up again. Where's the headline? Where is it? Yeah, JP Morgan just issued the warning about Tesla stock, so I'm just bringing that up, and I'm showing you here the chart right here. But my screen has a red shift, so I don't strain my. Yes, got it. Good. Got it. Night 95. Let's see. Got it. If you have a U.S. publicly traded ticker, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm happy to look that up for you as well. Dun. And also, DJ, if you have, I appreciate your comments, DJ. If you also have a ticker, feel free to share it. Same thing with you, Night 95. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Looking at Tesla right here. Let me see if I can grab some chart patterns at the moment. Again, my time setting is on 1 day. If you let's see, for those of you who might be asking, that's a question I often get asked. You again, greetings. If you have a ticker, just drop it there. Okay, if you spread this out, zoom out. Here's your head right here, left shoulder, right shoulder, and then there's your neckline. And let's zoom this back up here. Now, if we go like this, you'll notice right here. They both come to the same level. There's your double top. Here's your neckline, and then right there, if you zoom this back out, you'll see how it breaks the neckline right there. Those are just a couple to start with, and then if we go right over here, zoom out of this, and you'll notice that right here also, here is DJ, sorry, ticker symbol. Sorry, a symbol for the publicly traded company. Like, for example, Tesla is TSLA. The ticker symbol, just the symbol for the name. Yeah. And here's they both come down to the same point. Here's your neckline. Bang! It goes up right there. And let me get you a more interesting one right here as we go along. I'll pull this out. You gotta enjoy chart patterns a little bit here. Oh, here's a nice one that jumps out. If you look right here, here's your head, here's your left, here's your right, there's your neckline, bang. And then, yeah. So that's some of that. And again, if you change, there you go, zoom in, zoom out, you'll be able to see it the other way as well. There's the reverse, there's the left, there's the right, there's the neckline, and bang right there. Okay, that's just a little bit about Tesla. We can do more if you want. Again, I'm going through these pretty fast. If you want more information about the chart patterns or anything that I'm going over, just feel free to reach out. And let's go right here. As you can see right now, there's some good trade action going on. Actually, the volume right now is at 77.7 million. And right here, market cap is at 1.32 trillion. Go here to earnings side. No, I don't do this now. Let's see. I'm trying to absorb it though. Focusing on BTC is my head and shoulders news. Yeah, Tropico Neptune. I know it's a funny name. I don't make the names. I just find the patterns. But yeah, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I know exactly what you mean. Your humor is not lost on me. DJ 365. I know what you mean. No problem. If you want, feel free to reach out for more information. Keep learning it. Do what you're doing. You're on the right channel for it. And if you have questions, just let me know. Yeah, I can. Let's see. Give me one moment. I'll bring up Bitcoin here on my chart too. That song. DJ, I just got that song out of my head. Let's see. Tropico Neptune. Yes, good vibes, Tropico Neptune. Respect as well. Good. Let's look right here at the Tesla earnings. For the person that asked about Tesla, here's your earnings. Again, you have both the quarterly and the annually. Depends on what your strategy is, which one you're looking for. Oftentimes, annually is more important, depending. But let's go through both of them. Here's quarterly, Q4. Again, if you look behind me, you can see the blue bars. Q4. Let me put this right over here, but you can see that a little bit better. Yeah, right there. So again, the blue bars is what was actually recorded for earnings. The gray bars is what was expected or predicted. So who cares about earnings? Why is this important? Yeah. DJ365. Thanks for the subscribing. Good vibes. Yeah. If you enjoy the channel, if you're liking what you see, if you get any benefit out of this at all, yeah, you can always subscribe. You can always like, share. Again, I'm not the algorithm expert, but I've been told it does help make the channel stronger. So yeah. And if you have questions outside of what I've talked about here, you can feel free to reach out to me by WhatsApp, email, whatever. And if you need, yeah, there's that. Okay, so quarterly, again, the blue part is what was actually recorded. Q4 actually beat the expectations, so that looks strong. Why do you care? Because it's one of the pieces of information that can tell you the strength of the company. For example, how it's doing. Does it really make money, or is it just completely losing money? Well, that's, again, earnings is part of that. So it can tell you some of the vitality of the company, some of the strength. Q4 beat it, Q3 missed it, and Q2 actually equaled it. So again, that's quarterly though. But annually, 2025 equaled it. So for example, why am I showing you that? Because quarterly, you had a couple quarters in there for 2025 that missed the expectations, right? But overall, annually for the year on 2025, Tesla equaled it, and 2024, it just missed it. 2023, it just beat it. And again, I'm also talking about Tesla right now because it's in the headlines, because it's JP Morgan just issued a big prediction for a possible crash, and right now Tesla stock is not doing very well. So that's part of the reason why we're looking at it right here. Now earnings, let's go here to statements. Dun, dun, dun. Again, 2023 and 2023 beat it, 2025 equaled it. How does that correlate to the earnings, the revenue, and the profit? Right here, if we go here, 2025, again, it equaled it. But here you can see 2025 was negative all the way down. So just because you equaled your earnings expectations does not mean that you're going to have good revenue or profit, as you can see right here. Revenue, profit, income was negative. 2024, the total revenue on 2024 was good, but everything else was negative all the way down. Again, right here again, the best earnings was in 2023. So right here, 2023, again, doesn't really correlate that well because the profit and the operating income were both negative. Only the revenue and the net income were good. So bear that in mind. Again, take a look at all the information you have and don't just jump into something. But that's Tesla. Let's see what else. Yeah, somebody asked me about Bitcoin right here. I'll do you the favor here, DJ. Here's your Bitcoin, just simply because you asked about it. I'll just do a little brief right here. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 68,189, and then here, as you can see, on the RSI, it's super neutral, sitting at 48.49 right there. welcome everyone. To those who are just joining and you're wondering what you walked into, this is the educational channel where we talk about everything U.S. headlines, U.S. news, and then we also break down some of the companies in the news that you were probably curious about on TradingView. And we just took a look at Tesla. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. If there's a headline or a ticker symbol or a company that you have a question about, just drop it in the comments and say hello. We will see all these new answers. Most won't get built. Then soon enough, all the chips will need swapping out from the series that we already have. Even Elon's playing the fast and loose. DJ365, good insights, good thoughts. I do share some of your sentiments. Let's see. And yeah, it's good to keep an open mind for sure. You lost it in taking a moment. Okay. But yeah, as you can see right here, it's basically consolidating right here, but it's at 68.082 right now. Yeah, it's exhausting. I know what you mean. Here, I'll give you a couple patterns real quick. Here's your, again, not to talk about heads, shoulders, knees, and toes, but here it is again. Not to put that song in your head. There's the neckline, there's that. And then if we go right over here, you'll see the same pattern right here. It's a common pattern. That's why I mention it a lot. There's your neckline, there's your breakout right there. And dun, dun, dun. Greetings, everyone. If you're a fan of Bitcoin, this chart's for you. Just sharing some of the major patterns here. If you have further questions or want more insights about this, you can always feel free to reach out to me. And if there, for example, I do have an indicator here that has a lot more information on it. This one has information about this one's got information about the volume weighted average price. It's got multi-time frame alignment. It's also got information about the MACD, the RSI. It includes a lot more bearish and bullish signals and trend analysis. If you want this indicator, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to share it with you. But let's move on here. Okay, that's Bitcoin. Another one in the headlines we'll talk about. Let's see, JP Morgan. We talked about Tesla, we talked about JP Morgan. Now let's go on to Broadcom. Why are we talking about Broadcom? Because they're also in the news, as you can see. They just signed a long-term deal with Google Custom AI. And signed a long-term deal with Google's custom AI chips and other components for the company's next generation AI racks all the way up through 2031. And they also signed a deal with Anthropic to provide access to 3.5 gigawatts of AI computing capacity, drawing on Google AI processors in 2027. Broadcom shares rose up 3% as an effect of this. And let's see, lower high and lower low. DJ365, got it, and upgrader. Hello. Let's see. This is just a suit. No, it's a shirt and tie. But yeah, a suit would be taking it too far. A shirt and tie, I think it's okay. Anyway, there's that. Okay, there's Broadcom, and there's the update about them with Google. Let's take a look at them. Here we are, Broadcom. DJ, thank you. Dun. And all right, here's a little bit about Broadcom. Again, if you're following along at home, this is on, you're wondering about the software, this is on TradingView. Broadcom right here and is sitting at 46. Again, very, very neutral. If I mentioned this, but right in here, this is the neutral area of the RSI, Relative Strength Index. And when it's in that area right there, you will see it oftentimes would be kind of like a hidden ceiling, a hidden floor, like you see right there. You can call that the resistance and the support, or consolidation, continuation, whichever you prefer. But yeah, there's that. Also, so it's very, very neutral right now, and you see that kind of right here in the price chart, very neutral right there. And also you see the same thing in the MACD. Now let me take you up here. Right now there's not a whole lot of trade volume because there's not a whole lot of price action. Let's see if you have yourself in order, fall out order. I don't know why I want you to, but I like you. Upgrader, thanks, I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. Keep enjoying it. Here we go. Now let's see if I can bring out some of these patterns here for you again. zoom in, zoom out, and again, my time is on 1 day. If you change your timing, you'll also probably change some of the patterns that you see, which might be helpful. Let's go right here, bring this down. And sometimes the patterns don't break out, but this one does. This is nice. Here, I can easily show you this one. Again, you can kind of see the reverse here, the left, and then the right there, and then there's the bang, the breakout. And again, if you're watching from home, we're looking at Broadcom, and because Broadcom just signed the deal to develop Google's AI chips, that's why they're in the news right now, in case you're watching from home. And here's another one. Here's you see this, they come down to the same place right there. They come down, boom, boom, that's a double bottom. The sellers lose momentum and the buyers take over. And your neckline is right here where they meet in the middle. But as you can see, it doesn't break out right away. So there's your neckline and it doesn't break out right away. Just be aware of that. I have to, let's see, DJ, I have to leave, I'll catch you again. Okay, DJ 365, good vibes and enjoy your day. Right, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, again, if you want more chart patterns, just feel free to reach out. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go right back over here. Yeah, and again, you'll notice right now with less price action, there's less trade volume. Broadcom just signed a long-term deal. Let's see, we've talked about that. Volume is at 12.1 million. Market cap is at 1.49 trillion right here. Quarterly Q1, Q4, and Q3. Actually, all last 3 quarters beat the earnings expectations there. And then right here, 2025, 2024, and 2023. Actually, the last 3 years also beat the earnings expectations. Jim Song, greetings, and welcome. And JQ, J King, hello. Again, we're looking at Broadcom right now. And don't forget to pay yourself. Play stocks and take profit. Got it. Thanks, DJ. What is the advice? Because I have Warner Brothers stocks. I bought when I was. Got it. Okay. For example, okay, what I can do right now is I can take a look at this for you. Where is it? Warner Brothers. JK, greetings, hello. Warner Brothers. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Warner Brothers. Okay. You said Warner Brothers. Okay. Here's your Warner Brothers. I got your Warner Brothers right here. What I can do, Upgrader, is I can share some of the information here with you. But for example, the way this works is this is an educational channel, and on this platform, if I talk about any kind of insights or suggestions or recommendations, things like that, or my own personal thoughts, the platform picks it up on their algorithm as sales or recommendations, and they either ding the channel or they actually can restrict it. So I can show you this information here. But if you want more, if you want insights, etc., my personal thoughts, feel free to reach out to me outside the live stream, because the live stream has the algorithm. But outside the live stream, you can always send me a message, send me a WhatsApp, send me an email, whatever you want to do, and I can give you more thoughts on that. But that's how it works right here on the platform in the live stream. Hopefully that's helpful. I know that's not the greatest answer that you want, but that's kind of how it works here on the platform. So I'll share the information with you right now. Okay, Warner right here is sitting at 46, 48, 47, 46 on the RSI, relative strength index, very, very neutral. And right now, let's see, and now it's 27. Yes, right now it's 27.35. Let's go, let's see. And there isn't a whole lot of trade volume because there's not much price action, as you can see right here. And it's almost in a consolidation phase right there. Let me bring this down and share some chart patterns as I can. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let me zoom this out a little bit. It's not always easy to see these things for sure. I'll give you that. But again, you change your timing, you zoom in, zoom out, and you'll see different things. For example, like right here, if you zoom this in, zoom this out, you'll see a double bottom right there. That's also a chart pattern that tells you that it's going to go up. Let's see. Greetings, Mohammed. Roman, hello. Again, welcome to the channel. We talk about everything U.S. markets, headlines, news, etc. And then we break down some of those companies in TradingView. I'm looking at Warner Brothers right now on TradingView. And yeah, for example, a bear trader, if you want again, that's a question I have to answer outside the live stream specifically, because I can't answer those questions in the live stream because the algorithm will pick it up. But here, if you look at some of these chart patterns, that's what I can show you on this right here. For example, here's your head, left, and then the right, and the same thing over here. And you notice on these chart patterns, you can kind of see the way the chart moves by the pattern. Hopefully that's a little bit helpful. I know it's not what you're really looking for, but maybe it'll give you some insight. There's your double bottom, and it goes up, as you can see there. And yeah, there's more, but let's go on to the fundamentals over here. And right now, volume, let's see. Volume right now is at 22.13 million. Market cap is at 67.9 billion. Let's see, musicology. Right now, again, if you're just jumping in and you're wondering what this is an educational channel where we talk about U.S. headlines and U.S. news, and we're breaking down some of the companies that are in the news. We're looking at Warner Brothers right at the moment, but we're also today looking at Broadcom, Apple, Robinhood, and we're taking a look at some of the other ones, for example, in the Mag 7s, because right now there's a lot of disruption in the tech stocks. So we'll be taking a look at some of those like Tesla, NVIDIA, Micron, Goldman, Amazon, and Cisco. We'll be taking a look at them as well. And yeah, do you think this is, let's see. Again, I'll ask me that outside the live stream, but there's many things that can affect it. But musicology, hopefully that's helpful. Again, here's Warner Brothers at market cap at 67.97 billion. The earnings wise, right here, quarterly, for example, Q4 actually was more negative than it was supposed to be, so it missed it. Q3 actually beat it because it was less negative than it was supposed to be. Q2 actually beat the earnings expectations also. But annually is probably what you're looking for. Annually, right here for Warner Brothers 2025, actually missed the expectations, earnings expectations. 2024 also missed the expectations. It was more negative than it was supposed to be, as you can see right there. And then 2023, as you can see, also this was more negative than it was supposed to be. So earnings for the last 3 years actually missed expectations. If you go here on the revenue, profit, income side, yeah, upgrade trader, fair enough. I know, I'm sorry, that's not the answer that you're looking for, but I promise if you contact me outside the stream, I can do a little bit better than that, but that's just how it is in the platform, you know what I mean? Doing the best I can here. 2025, again, revenue was negative, but actually profit income was positive all the way down. 2024, revenue again was negative, and so was net income. Actually, the only thing that was good was profit and operating income. Now, again, looking at 2023, again, you asked about Warner Brothers. 2023 was actually the best year for revenue, profit, and income. So, because they were all positive all the way down, and that was Warner Brothers. And then right here, we'll finish up. Let's finish up with Broadcom, because I was just looking at Broadcom. Here's the earnings side of it, 2025, 2024, and also upgraded trader. If you want, this will give you some more information, possibly. This is an indicator that I have that talks more about volume weighted average price and multi-time frame alignment. And there's more bearish and bullish signals here on this indicator, as well as different position size and entry, etc. If you want that, reach out. I can share that with you as well. Again, here we go with the earnings for Broadcom. Earnings actually was better than expected the last 3 years. And if we look here for revenue, profit, and income, 2025 revenue, profit, and income was actually good all the way down. So that correlated with their earnings numbers. And then 2024 actually didn't correlate as well. Net income was negative, and so was operating income. 2023 actually, again, this correlated very, very well with their earnings numbers, because 2023 revenue, profit, and income were also good all the way down, and that's Broadcom. And we looked at them because Broadcom actually just, here is it, where is it, yeah, if you look here on this headline, Broadcom just signed a long-term deal with Google's for custom AI chips. And then also, let's see, I told you that we would also take a look at some of the other tech companies. For example, Amazon's up nearly 4%, Cisco is up 2% plus, but the energy is down 2.81%, and it shows signs of a fractured market. Some of the AI giants, traditionally energy is being dumped, consumers are struggling, you have a lot of geopolitics, but again, these are some of the things that we will talk about in this stream. So let's take a look here at Cisco. Here we go. Cisco right here. Cisco, here we go. Okay, right now, here, zoom this out. Yeah, so Cisco right now, RSI sitting here at 54. Again, very, very neutral. And as I pull this price chart out, you will see here, basically it's almost looking like consolidation right there. Again, you have the resistance, you have the support, basically consolidation and not really moving. And then right here, let's see, again, not a lot of volume, not a lot of trading volume right there, because there isn't a lot of price action right there. You can see that. And AX Moshi, greetings and welcome. I like all the symbols. Yes, there's that. All right, let's look here at some chart patterns here for Cisco. Again, if you zoom this in, zoom this out, you'll see some different ones appear. Here's your double bottom, bang, it goes up right there as it's supposed to. And let's see it again. Here's a nice one. If you look right here, here's your, again, not to make fun of this, but here's your head and basically your left shoulder and right shoulder, and then bang, it drops it right down. I don't make the names of these chart patterns, believe me. Let's see, again, change this, you'll see some different ones appear. Yeah, right over here. Here we go. Again, if you see this, here is your and left, right, there's your neckline, and right over here. Here we go. Again, it takes some looking, takes some zooming in and zooming out, but you get the idea. And again, they do take some creativity. There's a double bottom. You see how they come down to the same place right there, and then they come up to the point in the middle, and then it breaks out and goes up. And let's see, too much upgraded trader, too much consolidation. Yes. Let's see, Xmoshi calls the shots now. Yeah, greetings, Xmoshi. Let me know if there's a ticker symbol or a company, that's what I mean, if there's a publicly traded company that you want me to look up, or if you have a question about one of the headlines or something. That's what this is. It's everything US news, US markets, headlines, and we look at some of the companies here on TradingView. That's the software I'm using right behind me. And right now we're looking at Cisco. For those of you who may not be aware, Cisco engages in the design, manufacture, and sale of internet protocol-based network products and services related to the communications and information technology industry. The firm operates, let's see, America, that's okay, there's that. Right now, as I said, the volumes is not very high. Volume is at 16.39 million. Market cap is at 317 billion. And right here, too much. Everything's going to collapse and Trump is getting desperate. Yeah, I share some of your sentiments. Let's see. Upgraded trader. Okay, got it. Upgraded trader. If you have a publicly traded U.S. company, feel free to drop it in the comments. I don't really do much with the crypto on this channel, but let me know if there's something else you want. Oh yeah, Chris, I have seen the update on that. For example, here's what I wanted to show you. Actually, did you also hear about this one right here? Where is it? Yeah. Besides the SpaceX IPO, did you hear about this? I'll put, yeah, if you look behind me, here's the article. What to know about X Money, Elon Musk's fintech app that claims to pay 6% on savings. I'm also curious about this one. I just saw this headline as well, but I know what you mean. Feel free to share your thoughts, Chris, about the SpaceX IPO. This is a community where we can all share our thoughts. I'm curious to know what you also think. But yeah, give me your thoughts about this X Money, the fintech app that Elon has. I'd be curious to hear. Let's go there. We already looked at we already broke down Tesla, but yeah, what is it? The SpaceX IPO combines Tesla with XAI and SpaceX all together, correct? And I believe that's coming up really soon. I actually saw a headline that said it might be as early as this week, but then it didn't happen. Have you heard the update about when it's going to happen, Chris? Let me know. And let's go right over here again. This is okay. I'll finish up here on Cisco. Let's see. Greetings. Here we go. This is quarterly. It beat the last 3 quarters expectations. Annually, if you look here at Cisco, 2025, 2024, 2023, annually right here. It beat the expectations annually for the last 3 years. But again, that doesn't always correlate with the revenues, profits, and income, as you can see right here. So Cisco 2025, even though it had great earnings, the revenue and the profit were good, but the income was not. Operating income and net income were not good. 2024 also, it beat the annual earnings, but again, the revenue, profit, income all the way down was not good. I know what they say sometimes in June they expect. Got it. Thanks, Chris. They expect in June. Interesting. Any thoughts on the fintech app? This one right here. What is it called? X Money, 6% on savings. Let me know if you have thoughts on that. And then for again, finishing up here with Cisco. Cisco right here, 2023. Actually, this was good all the way down. The revenue, profit, and income, green all the way down. That's Cisco. And yeah, let's go another one. I was going to talk about here, Goldman. Let's go back to the charts here. Here, let's take a look at Goldman Sachs, because Goldman Sachs, Goldman right here. Sachs. Goldman Sachs is also in the news because they're the ones talking about, where is it? JP Morgan is the one talking about Tesla's crash, but Goldman Sachs is also in the news as well. We'll take a look at JP Morgan next. And here's Goldman Sachs. For those of you who may not be aware, Goldman Sachs engages in the provision of financial services, operates through global banking and markets, asset and wealth management, platform solutions. Let's see, right here, Goldman Sachs sitting at the RSI of 56, still pretty neutral area. And as you can see right now, they are rebounding right there. And if we go right over here, I'll give you some of these chart patterns. Here, right here. For example, these come down to about the same point. There's your double bottom. There's your neckline to push that up right there. And then bring this over here. Let's see, I think X20 is going to utilize XRP to move. Got it. Okay, thanks, Chris. Thanks for the insights on that. Good comments. And then right over here, bum, bum, bum. Oh gosh, again, you have to have sometimes a creative eye right here. Let's go. Oh, here's one. Oh, this is nice. Here we are. Here's the reverse, and then here's your left, here's your right, and there's your neckline. Bang right there. And also, let me go right over here and push this. Okay, here we go. This is kind of a diagonal one, but it's kind of a diagonal. There's your, they don't always have to be straight, that's for sure. But yeah, that's Goldman Sachs. And again, we can do more chart patterns if you want. There's that. And let's dun, dun, dun. Okay. The volume right now for Goldman Sachs is sitting right here at 1.4 million, and market cap is at 257 billion. Earnings wise, sitting right here. Quarterly, Q4, Q3, and Q2. All the last 3 quarters beat the expectations. Again, if you're just jumping on and you're curious what this is, greetings and welcome. My name is James. I'm from the US. I'm from the Midwest, and right now we're looking at some of the headlines in the US news and reports. If you have a question about a headline or a question about a publicly traded company, feel free to drop it in the comments. This is an educational channel. You can breathe. Not a sales or recommendations channel, but if you do have questions, you can always contact me outside of the stream. During the stream, I can only talk about some of the informational things, and I can help share some of the things that are available in the news and on TradingView. But if you have more questions about some of my insights or my thoughts or certain recommendations on different things, you can always feel free to contact me outside the stream. Send me a WhatsApp, send me an email if you want, and we can talk more that way. But there's that. Welcome and enjoy the show. This is for you. Last 3 quarters beat the expectations. Who cares about earnings, right? Yeah, why do we care? Because earnings is one of the pieces of the puzzle that can share, well, it can give you information about how strong or how weak the company may or may not be. Again, if you beat the earnings, it looks good, looks like you're stronger than you expected to be. And here, looking at Goldman Sachs, they beat their earnings for the last 3 quarters. Annually, though, let's look at 2025. They beat it. 2024, they beat it. 2023, they also beat it. So, also annually, year over year, they also look strong in their earnings. Now, let's see how that correlates over here to revenues and profits and income. So, 2025, yes, they had good, strong revenue. They also had good, strong income. Yeah. The same actually was true for 2024 and 2023. They had good revenue and good income. So there's that. Let's go back over here. Boom, boom, boom. Is it amazing the resilience the market has been? Papa, yes, good comment. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, let's see, for example, MGNMF. Can you tell me, Papa? Let's see, LITOF. Are these LITOF? Okay. Can you give me, are those publicly traded US companies, Papa? Let me know. Because I didn't find them when I looked up on TradingView. Is that the ticker symbol? Okay, MGNMF. That's not coming up on my ticker symbol. MGNMF. Yeah, maybe I have it MGNMF. WRLGF. Oh, okay. West Red Lake Gold Mines. That's your question, right? West Red Lake Gold Mines. Okay, I've got that one right here. A little background about that. Engages. Let's see. Yeah, engages in the exploration of mineral properties, etc. Oh, okay. This ought to be interesting. Yeah, the precious metals. This is a good one. I like it. Like, did I have to use it because I don't have the money back? Credit the refund deals with SpaceX. Got it, got it. Thanks, Chris. Okay, looking at this one here, West Red Lake. All right, done, done, done. As you can see, it's market correcting, like many of the mining companies are right now, and the RSI is down here at 36, 35. Again, a lot, because right now oil has gone up, and oil is tied to the dollar, so the dollar is stronger, and the precious metals are priced in dollars. So therefore, the higher the dollar, the more the gold and the silver goes down. But let's see, Peter Schiff has 7,000. Yeah. I'm familiar with Peter Schiff. He's how do I say? He's got a very strong character. Let's just say it that way. He has a very loud voice. But he does say some interesting things. It's not like I don't like the guy. He is very intelligent. He says some interesting things. It's just he's got a very loud voice sometimes. That's all. But yeah, I know Peter Schiff loves gold for sure, and yeah, interesting. I didn't know he had 700,000 shares of this. But okay, here for example, a couple chart patterns. Here's your double bottom right here, and again, we bring these in, bring these out. Here we are. There's some head and shoulders in here as well. Oh, what is this? Here is your oh, boom, boom, boom. Let's bring this up right here. Yes, there we go. This looks like a little bit like a double top right here. Bang, right there. Then it drops down. If we go right over here, here we go. Again, sometimes it takes a creative eye to look at these. Not always easy. Aha. And sometimes they don't always break out also. Sometimes the chart pattern is there, but there's not really a breakout. There's the head, left, and the right, etc. Here they are trucking low grade ore to the surface, and gold is 4,600, and gold is 40. What was the last price that I saw? 46. The last price I saw was 4688, 4670. Yeah, I know what you mean. Good comments. And let's go right over here. Yeah, you can see some more of these. But yeah, let's go to the fundamentals now. This is an interesting one. Where is this? Oh, Vancouver, Canada. Yeah. Got it. All right. Yeah, right now, as you can see, the trade volume is down. And again, it is market correcting, as you can see, but that's the way with a lot of the mining companies right now. I expect, what would you expect? Let's see, Papa. Give me your insights about what you think will happen in the future with gold and silver. Hogs, greetings and welcome. Howdy, mate. I love that expression. Yes. So here we go. Right now, volume is sitting there at 938,000. Market cap is at 293 million. And right here, quarterly, if that's important to you right now, quarterly, Q4 equaled the expectations. Q3 missed it. Q2 beat the expectations annually right here. 2025, you see it missed it. 24 also missed it. So it did miss its earnings expectations, but let's see how that correlates. I agree. Okay. Here we go. Revenue. Yeah, right here. Not exactly what you're looking for gross profit. Yeah, operating income is also negative, and so is the net income. And that was, let's see, Westlake. Let's go back here. Okay, and let's see, where was it? Okay. Okay, so this is Frontier Lithium, is that right? LITOF, that's what you're looking for, right? LITOF, yes. If you're just jumping on here and you're wondering what the channel is, this is an educational channel. My name is James, I'm from the US, from the Midwest, and we're looking at everything US markets, US headlines, and then we're breaking down some of the companies in the in TradingView. And it's, I think you said Frontier Lithium. Frontier Lithium, a little update, is a Canadian junior mining company which engages in acquisition, exploration, and development of mining properties in North America. Okay, let's take a look here. And yeah, mining is interesting right now because there's a lot of, especially with the critical minerals. Let's see, Papa, do you also, since you talked about Peter Schiff, do you also listen to a guy, Andy Schectman? He's another interesting one. If you enjoy gold and silver, and I think you would enjoy Andy Schectman as well. He's got a good YouTube. I mean, he's got many interviews. I think, what is it? I think his company is Miles Franklin, I believe, but he's got some interesting interviews out there. You might enjoy Andy Schectman if you're into the mining, if you're into the metals, etc. Because he's also a big gold, silver bug, yeah. But here we go, right here, RSI is sitting there at 44. And let's go right over here, price right now is actually correcting just a little bit right there, and here we go. All right, let me see if I can pull out some patterns here for you. Yeah, basically you can see a double bottom right in here, and it goes up maybe with, let's see, gold has been dead since 2021. Now look. Okay, yeah, Papa, exactly. I totally agree with you. There was a time when it was doing nothing, and then now, yeah, a gold mine may be worth investing into. Yes, Chris, good insights, for sure. Glad to hear we got some gold and silver bugs on here. If you have any thoughts about gold or silver, any of the mining, feel free to share as well. And welcome to the channel. Let's see, looking at lithium, Frontier Lithium right now. Let's see if I can pull out another one real quick here. Dun, dun, dun. Here's a good right here. And let me see. This is not an easy one, but nonetheless. Well, anyway, there's more. Let's see, give me a darn. Oh, here's one right here, finally. Here's another one right here. A lot of these are more difficult to spot. This one doesn't break out that much, but if you go right over here, you'll see some of these right here as well. Okay, dun, dun, dun. Let's go over here to the fundamentals right here. Where, hold on one second. I'm gonna get you to the fundamentals right back here at the beginning. Yeah, so right here, here's again, Frontier Lithium. Hold on, there you go. And you can see right now there's very little trade price action, very little trade volume. Volume is at 3.26 thousand. Market cap is at 133.3 million. Let's see. Is it going? My mom's. Let's see. Zekman Center 7293. Hello again as well. Let's see. My mom just adjusted. Got it. Thanks for the info. Hope you're enjoying both houses. Zekman Tire 7293. Let's see. Which house do you like better? I guess I could say that. Papa, thanks for the message. Glad you're doing well with this. Let's see. The owner of the company holding there. Got it. 30 million shares. Thanks for the information on this. I appreciate it. Okay, and then right here as we go. Okay, let's go here to the earnings side of it. Yes, Lucas Rich, thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. If you have a question or if you have a publicly traded ticker symbol, feel free to drop it in the comments. Say hello. Right here for earnings for Frontier Lithium. quarterly, as you can see, Q3 missed the expectations. Q2 equaled it, and Q1 beat it. Annually, let's take a look at that. 2024 for the year equaled expectations. 2023 missed expectations, and so did 2022. So let's see how that correlates. Got it. Zekmentire 7293 might pause. Dad to me. Okay, got it. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Earnings. Now, 2024 had equaled its expectations. How does that correlate? 2024, not that great. Actually, as you can see, gross profit was not good, and also operating income was not good. Yeah, and net income wasn't very good either. But that's oftentimes what I see with some of these stocks. Okay, now they're de-risking the project to supply. Mitsubishi owns 7% of the company. Okay, Papa, got it. Got it. Zekmentire 7293. Yes, I understand what you mean. Interesting what you say about Mitsubishi as well. Cool. Okay, yes. If anybody has any other ticker symbols that you would like to add, feel free to drop them in the comments as well. All right, another one that we will take a look at here. Let's see. Again, we'll talk here about Apple as well, because Apple is one of the Mag 7s, and Apple's foldable iPhone has faced engineering snags. Let's take a look at that right here. Dun, dun, dun. Apple. Let's take a look. How's Apple doing right now? Right now, Apple, the RSI is sitting here very neutral at 53, and you can kind of see that reflected right here in the price chart. It's almost some small consolidation right here, as you can see that. And Zekmentire 7293. On this live stream, we look at some of the headlines in the US market, we look at the news, and then we also break down on TradingView some of the companies that are in the news, or companies that you in the audience want to look at. That's also as well. So some of the companies we're looking at are some of the Mag 7s, because there's a lot going on in tech right now, but also we're looking at Cisco, Amazon, Micron as well, because Micron is also having its challenges. Broadcom has also just made a deal with Google's custom AI chips, and some of the private equity firms like Barings, we're looking at them as well, because with some of the anxiety in the AI sector, a lot of the investors were trying to pull their money out of Barings private equity funds, and they couldn't. They were capped off and limited what they could pull out, so that's also interesting. We're also looking at some of the big movers as well. One of them is Soleno Therapeutic. And what degree do you think will go up? Papa, I love the question. Again, on this live stream, I cannot talk about what I think are the recommendations, but also I can look up what you want. And then if you want my recommendations or my insights or my personal thoughts about anything, feel free to send me a message. That's also what I put my information for there. If you want, it's an option there for you. Send me a message. I'm glad to talk to you more. But the algorithm on the live stream actually will restrict the channel if I say anything that talks about my personal thoughts or recommendations or suggestions, stuff like that. So that's how it works here with the algorithm on the stream, and that's also why you can contact me outside it if you want. So yeah, sorry about that. That's how it works. That is what my pod is. Zekmentire 7293. Cool, good to know that. All right, let's keep looking here. This is Apple. Dun, dun, dun. Apple's also celebrating its 50th year anniversary, in case you wanted to know. And right now, dun, 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 they're sitting at 256.44. And a couple quick patterns I can throw out at you right now. Here you go. Here's your reverse. There's your left. There's your right. Neckline, bang, it breaks out and goes up. And then right over here. here we go. Here's your head right here, left, right. There's your neckline. Bang, it breaks out and goes down. And then right over here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here's one. Again, you can kind of see how here they both come down to the same spot right there, same point, and they meet in the middle. Again, that's what you call the neckline on the double bottom, because it drops once, drops twice, and then you can see it loses momentum and it goes back up right there. There's that. And then let me see if I can get you a couple more before we go on to the fundamentals. Let's see right here. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing right here. You see here, here's your double bottom, here's your neckline, bang, goes up right there. Again, looking at Apple. Apple, remember Forrest Gump? I thought he opened his mail and Apple sent him. Yes, Papa, I like it, I like it. Let's see, yeah, all good. Thanks for understanding, Papa. And yeah, I enjoy the conversation. Let's see, here we go. Okay, and let's see, just to give you one more before I leave. Here we go. Again, if you're looking for patterns, here's just a couple more. Here's your double bottom. As you can see, hits down twice, and then the neckline in the middle, and it shoots up right there. Also, here is your, if you go it this way, right here. Here's your reverse, here's your left, here's your right, there it is, and then bang, it goes up like that. There's your reverse head and shoulders, and it goes up as it's supposed to. We'll go into the fundamentals in just 1 second here. I just want to see if I could, there we go. Go right back over here. And then right here. Okay, not much price action, so less trading volume right there. And yeah, so it says right here, if you're looking on TradingView, there's a little news update right here in the bottom right hand corner. It says, analysts expect Neo to boost Mac adoption and services. Apple is paying premiums for memory chips, aiding device availability, but pressuring hardware margins across Mac and iPhone. So right now the volume is at 29.3 million, market cap is at 380 trillion. And then right here, earnings wise, Q1, Q4, Q3 all beat the expectations. Annually, 2025, 2024, 2023, for the year, beat the expectations. So again, that looks good. Now, why do you care? Again, earnings is one of the pieces of information that can tell you some of the insights into the strength and vitality of the company. That's why you care, because earnings reports is one of the things that can give you a lot of insight. Now, how does the earnings correlate to the profit, revenue, and income? Let's look right here for Apple. Looking at the last 3 years, 2025, as you can see, green all the way down, revenue, profit, and income. And then 2024, the same thing, but they did have negative net income. Right here, 2023, revenue, profit, income actually was all negative, all red, all the way down. So again, it doesn't always correlate, as you can see, because 2023 also had a very, the earnings beat the expectations. But when you look over here, annually, 2023, they had terrible revenue, profit, income. So bear that in mind. And that's Apple. That's one of the ones that we were looking at. Also, another one, keep in mind, yeah, right now Amazon's up nearly 4%, Cisco's up 2%, the Mag 7s are up 1.13%, but energy right now is down 2.8%. So you're looking kind of at a fractured market. And a lot of the AI, people are getting very anxious in the AI sector right now. There's geopolitics, there's consumer struggling, and there's a lot of tariff policy playing in there as well. And again, the jobs report, that was another thing that made people think. So you see the oil prices going up, but some of the energy stocks are going down. Yeah. But right now, if you have a question about, let's see, I was hearing Mag 7s are terrible to invest in. Apparently, no one is making money. Good comment, Papa. Actually, where was it? Just I saw this article, was a few days ago. Hold on, I'll get you right here. Magnificent Seven. Yeah, this was on, what day was this? Yeah, this was just, I think, on last week. Yeah, the Mag 7s. Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Tesla. Collectively, what was it? Collectively, last week they lost 850 billion, just over last week. So yeah, there's a lot of how do we say, cautiousness, if I can say that, or anxiety in that sector for sure. But yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from, Papa. Let's see. Any more thoughts? Feel free to share. Greetings, and welcome. This is the educational channel where we talk about everything U.S. news and U.S. markets, and we break some of the companies down here on TradingView. We look up some of the companies if you want. There's also that. But yeah, let's take a look now at, for example, NVIDIA. Let's do that one. We haven't done that one yet. Here is NVIDIA, right here. Dun, dun, dun. And also, for example, if you want to learn more about some different analysis and different things, I have this indicator here. It talks more about the volume weighted average price. There's a lot more multi-time frame alignments, correlates with the MACD, the RSI, and there's also more bearish and bullish signals with this, more trend analysis. It's got stop loss as well. So if you want that, you can also reach out to me and ask for that. But let's look at NVIDIA right here. Little news update here on TradingView. NVIDIA says Vera Rubin AI servers are in full production and will start sales in H2. Company claims system is 3.3 times faster than Blackwell Ultra powered by the Rubin GPUs and Vera CPUs. It's a little bit of an update there on NVIDIA. Again, if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm on TradingView for the software. All right, let's take a look here. NVIDIA, right now we talked about the, again, if you're just jumping on, Josh, greetings and good morning. Welcome. Good vibes. And thank you very much for the likes, I appreciate it, yes. Let me know if there's a ticker you want me to look at. Feel free to drop it. All right, we're looking at NVIDIA right now at the moment. Here we are, and we're looking. RSI right now is at 49. As you can see, that super neutral. It actually just rebounded, as you can see right there. And looking up here at the price chart, right here, it's rebounding right there. Yeah, actually it's rebounding a lot. It had gotten all the way down to 164, and now it's sitting back up there at 177. So if you're into NVIDIA, there's a little update for you. I canceled your idea. Yeah, Papa, you can subscribe to my channel anytime. You can also, if you have a question that you want to reach out outside the live stream, you can see my information right behind me. You can send me a message there. But yeah, you can always subscribe. Yeah, no problem. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're getting benefit from it. Here we go. Yeah, if you're watching and if you're watching and you enjoy the information, you're getting benefit, feel free. You can like, subscribe, you can share. I'm not the algorithm expert, but I've been told it does help the channel. If you feel like this channel is beneficial, helpful, let's see. It's not showing that you can subscribe. That's strange. I don't know why. Let me make a note of that. Interesting. So there's no subscribe button? Well, thanks for the heads up on that, Papa. After the stream is over, I'll take a look at that. Okay. No, all right. Maybe that's part of the problem. There's no subscribe button. All right. If you can find the subscribe button, please do subscribe. But let's see. UNH. All right. Let's see. Josh, UNH pop after hours. Okay. Let me take a look at that one for you. Josh will do that. Papa, thanks for the heads up on that. I'll definitely, after this stream, I'll look into that. Why is there no subscribe button? I don't know. Gotta love technology, right? Good stuff. Okay. So Josh, this one's for you, Josh. United Healthcare Incorporated. If you're not familiar with it, United Healthcare engages in the provision of healthcare coverage software and data consultancy services It operates through the following segments: United Healthcare, Optimum Healthcare, Optimum Insight, Optimum RX, etc. Okay, here we go, Josh. Thanks also. Greetings. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Right now, United Healthcare, RSI is sitting here at 50 right there. If any, for example, does anyone else have a problem with the subscribe button not being on there? Does no one have a subscribe button available? I'm just making sure, like, comment if you can see a subscribe button. Let me know if you can see it or if it's not there for everyone. I'm just curious. Okay, United Healthcare Group right there, it's at 50, very consolidated, as you can see right there in the MACD as well. Actually, United Healthcare Group is rebounding, bang, and right now it's at 281. Actually, right now in the pre-market, it's at 299. Josh, that was for you. And let's go right over here. Yeah, I see what you mean. It did pop back up. Yeah, I got you on this. Okay, let's go right over here. And I'll give you a chart pattern if I can find it. This one's hard. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here's your, basically your reverse head, left shoulder, right shoulder. There's your neckline, bang, there's your breakout. There's one chart pattern for you, Josh. And then let's go right over here. Let's see what I can find over here. Ah, yeah. If we zoom out of this, what else emerges? Yeah, if we do this, here's your double top right here, double top, and then here's your neckline, and bang, it does break down right there. Okay, there's a couple chart patterns. Let's go over here to the fundamentals, right over here. Okay. Okay, right now, again, it's very neutral, so there's not a whole lot of price action as you can see here. So right now, yes. Yeah, right now the volume is down. There's not a whole lot of volume on this United Healthcare Group. Volume is at 7.1 million. Market cap is at 255 billion. And right here, let's go to the earnings side of it. And over here, quarterly for United Healthcare Group, Q4 beat the expectations, as you can see right there. Q3 also beat the expectations, and Q2 missed it. But annually, 2025 beat the expectations. 2024 also beat the expectations. 2023 also beat the expectations. So the last 3 years beat the expectations there. This is United Healthcare Group. It was requested, and going here to profits and revenues. Actually, even the last 3 years beat the earnings expectations. Again, looking at all the different things, 2025, actually, it was not good for income or operating income, but the total revenue was good. Same thing with 2024. The revenue was good, but operating income and net income were bad. Now, 2023 had good revenue, had good operating income, and had good net income. Let's see. But yeah, there's that. Again, that's United Healthcare Group. Thank you, Josh. And let's see, right over here, we were looking at NVDA. Let's finish up with NVDA. Right over here, again, you can see NVIDIA is rebounding right now. And we'll give you a couple chart patterns. Here's one. Here's your double bottom right there. It comes down to the same point. There's your neckline. It doesn't break out much. It does break out a little bit. And here we go. If we go right over here. Here, let's see. Again, zoom out of this, and you'll see kind of a diagonal neckline. Here's your reverse. Here's your left. Here's your right. There is your bang. Boom. Okay, there's that. And Yeah. Again, if you're watching from home, we're looking at NVIDIA right now and just doing a couple quick chart patterns before we go to the fundamentals. Dun, 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 dun. And again, if you change your time, you change your zoom in, zoom out, you'll see different chart patterns appear. I'm on the 1 day right now, and you can see here is another double bottom. Here's your neckline breakout right there. If you go right over here, dun, dun, dun. Here's one for you. Again, it's not always easy to see these things, but here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. There's your neckline, bang. Now let's go over here to NVIDIA, more on the fundamentals. Right over here. Okay, looking right here, NVIDIA fundamentals. Looking again, there's not much price action. The volume is down. So your volume right now is at 107.5 million. Market cap is at 4.32 trillion. And right over here, you have your, again, let's go here to the earnings side of it. Let's see. Alvin, let's see. Greetings, Alvin. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you have a question, a comment, or a company that you want me to look at. There's that. NVIDIA right now, quarterly, Q4, Q3, and Q2 beat the expectations annually right here. 2025, 2024, and 2023 beat the annual expectations for their earnings. So again, why do you care about earnings, or if they beat it or not? Again, because earnings is one of the pieces of information that can tell you about the strength of the company and how well it's doing, and compared to how it's supposed to be doing. There's a projection of how much earnings it's supposed to have. Did it meet that projection, or did it miss it, etc.? That'll tell you some of the vitality of the company and how strong it is against what the market thinks it should be doing. Let's see. Okay, Alvin, I appreciate the comments. Let me know if you have a publicly traded U.S. company. Again, I'm not so much into the, if you have a publicly traded company, let me know more about it. Just put it in the comments, but not so much on that one. There we go. Baba Joshi, hello, hello. Let's see, NVIDIA. Okay, now, how does that correlate over here with NVIDIA and their profit, revenue, and income? If you're looking right here, as you can see, the last 3 years, go to the earnings side, the last 3 years, their earnings beat their expectations the last 3 years. Over here, last 3 years, the revenue, profit, and income was also very good. So this time it does correlate. It doesn't always do that, but the earnings reports and their revenue, profit, income all correlated the same way, and that was on NVIDIA. And we're looking at NVIDIA because they're in the news, because there's a lot of anxiety in the in the Mag 7s right now, a lot of anxiety in the AI markets, and also again we have the headlines about. Right here, we have JP Morgan coming out and warning that Tesla could crash 60%. What was it last week? We had the article about how the Mag 7s collectively lost 850 billion over the past week. So again, we also have private equity firms where they're capping off their withdrawals because everyone's scared trying to get their money out of private equity, and the private equity firms cap their firm. Like Barings is one of them. Barings private equity firm actually capped the withdrawals at 5% because the investors were trying to pull out. They actually wanted 11%, and they got capped. So that's one of them. Also, so there's that. Let's also take a look here at Micron. We're taking also a look at Micron because Micron's in the news. Where was it? Yeah. What does calm really mean? On the surface, indexes are basically sideways. Amazon's up also 4%, Cisco's up 2%, the Mag 7s are up 1.13%, but also energy is down 2.8%, and this is kind of a strange market. And there's traditional energy being dumped, and consumers are struggling. We have a lot of geopolitics going on, and tariff policy is also playing into it. And then there's also, why was there such a strong jobs report, and the Fed can't really cut right now? And oil prices are up, but somehow the energy stocks are also going down. These are things that are interesting that we can talk about. If you have thoughts, feel free to share them as well. I have my eye on Micron under 350. Josh, okay, let's do Micron then as well. I was just talking about that. Let's see, good insights there. Micron under 350, let's do that. Here we go, Micron under 350, dun, dun, dun. Micron, here we go. Okay, here's looking at you, Micron. Dun, dun, dun. For those that may not be aware, Micron engages in the provision of innovative memory and storage solutions. It operates through compute and networking business unit, mobile business units, etc. We're pretty much familiar with them. Right now, for example, they just rebounded. You can see that in the RSI right there. And they're sitting at an RSI of 47. And yeah, let's see, under 350. Right now, pre-market, they're at 372. You can see them, they're rebounding. Yeah. And let's see if I can give you some chart patterns real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we go. You can see right here, here's the double bottom. Here's your neckline. It does break the neckline a little bit to go up to that one. And then right over here, dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we go. Let's see. All right, let me show you this one here. Here you go. Again, just showing you some of the chart patterns. These things are not always easy to pull out of here. Let me see if I can get a good one here to pull out. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Oh, sometimes you have to have the creative eye, indeed. Here's one, finally. Here's your double bottom right here. Touches down, here's your neckline. Again, this one doesn't really break out much, but if you go right over here, here's one. You see this? Here's your, again, easy to see. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. There's your breakout right there. And then coming right over here. Again, right here, dun, dun, dun. If we push this in. Yeah, here's your, again, you got a double bottom right here. And here it is breaking the neckline, going up right there. And dun, dun, dun. Let me see right over here. Yeah, well, there's Micron. Let's go more to the fundamental side of it now. If you want more chart patterns, I can always find you more later, but there's that. Let's see here. Again, if you zoom out of that. All right, bum, bum, bum. Fundamentals, here we go. Come on, guys, we're having fun here. All right, dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Go right over here. And yeah, so right here, as you can see, there is some price action going on. You see the trade volume go up, and let's see. Okay, Josh, you said 350. Right now it's at 370. Trade volumes at 47.4 million. Market cap's at 426 billion. And then right here, your earnings side is at quarterly. Again, Q2 beat the expectations. Q1 also beat it. Q4 also beat it. And then right here, annually, 2025 beat the expectations. 2024 also beat it. 2023 actually also beat it because it was less negative than it was predicted to be. So again, but let's see how that correlates. 2024 and 2025 had positive earnings. Here we go. How does that correlate? 2024 and 2025. Yeah. Revenue was good. Profit, yes. Operating income, yes. Net income, yes. Okay. In 2025, the same thing. Your revenue, profit, and income was good all the way down. However, 2023, again, 2023 had negative earnings, but it was less negative than it was supposed to be, so it beat the earnings expectations. But look here, 2023, everything was negative for revenue, profit, and income all the way down on that one. Let's see. Okay, and there's that. Again, If you enjoyed this, if you got benefit from it, and you want to help the channel, feel free to like, subscribe, share. Also, again, if you want, I do have this indicator available where you can get more information. This has got volume weighted average price. It's also got multi-time frame MACD RSI analysis, as also more bearish and bullish factors. If you want this indicator, feel free to reach out. I can share it with you. But having said that, thank you for all the comments, all the likes, etc. And I will see you later. Until then, hopefully it's going to be a great day for you.